Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Gemini. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a special reading. It's my quarterly sessions for October, November, and December, so the end of the year. You can catch the horoscopes attached to this reading at cincymag.com or inside of Cincy Magazine for the fall quarter magazine. But Gemini, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, it's called A Sunday Kind of Love by Etta James. And it's a beautiful song. Super love the song. Some of the lyrics, I want to love that lasts past Saturday night. It's a Sunday kind of love. She just goes on to explain it. And if you listen to the song, she talks about, how she's always dreaming and manifesting of what that Sunday kind of love would be like. But she's almost obsessing over it, right? And I feel like you could be in a stage where that's all you're thinking about is what is the perfect scenario for you? What is that perfect kind of love? Maybe you've already experienced it, or maybe you had it right in front of you, and just you could be realizing a little too late that it was right in front of you the entire time. Because it's one of those things that, and it says it in the song too, and I forget exactly how she worded it, but it's something to the effect of, it's not that once in a lifetime starstruck, the moment it happens, it's not like that. It's a healthy kind of love, right? That Sunday kind of love, the one that you want to wake up to and cook, eggs and pancakes with, and let it last into the afternoon, and then have sit down Sunday dinner, and wake up, and then Monday you're there again, but to start a new week, so all right, that's what I'm looking at right there. But let's get into it for October. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good for Gemini, please, for October 2024. What do we have for Gemini for October? One more. Gemini. All right, Six of Cups. So this is a feeling of nostalgia. You could be offering a cup of love from somebody to somebody from your past. This could be somebody older or younger than you, or somebody older than you could be offering it to you. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. But this is the Six of Cups talks about it could be your inner child, or this could be somebody from your childhood, or just somebody that you've known from for a long time. But it's offering a cup of love. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic, but it's nostalgia, something that makes you feel good. It's memories. Top of the deck, we've got Four of Wands. It could be somebody that you built a home with, or that you live with, or want to live with. You could be wanting to live with somebody or move in with somebody. You could be even offering an offer of stability, an offer of house and home. It's that Sunday kind of love. That's what you want. That's literally what that song is all about. This is what you're thinking of in the month of October, I feel like. As soon as it starts getting cooler, everybody wants to start settling down, right? Because the Four of Wands, it's all about stability, foundation. It's the four corners of an actual house, home, or structure, right? It also is the 1111 card. This could be soulmate, twin flame type of energy. This could be somebody, okay, and it could be somebody from your past. Doesn't have to be. This could be a new person that just brings out your inner child. Somebody that makes you feel good about yourself, right? Somebody that, if you have a child, that also accepts your child. So underneath the deck we have number 43, Witch. Somebody could be turning 43 years old in the month of October. Somebody could practice witchcraft. Grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly awaken all that is, a mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots, living in the alchemy of self. So this is talking about awakening your inner witch or warlock, whoever I'm speaking to. But it's Awakening that fire within, you know, the magic from within, and really like alchemizing any of the negative and turning it into positive and manifesting, you know, what it is that you most desire and making it happen. You're going to see a lot of that transforming right before your eyes in the month of October. October is so magical and witchy, 100%. We'll read this in just a second. And then underneath the deck we have Black Cat, number 7. So the seventh is funny. 4 plus 3 equals 7 also, so 7, 7. But the 7th could be significant in the month of October. There's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. So I was going to say this is like somebody that feels like home. Black Cat, we've got witch, we've got a witch on a broomstick here. Like this could be somebody, you could be dealing with somebody who's kind of witchy. They may have a black cat, but they feel like home, right? They feel like home. And it's like, this could be a new journey for you. It could be like a journey into like a relationship, right? Somebody very beautiful and becoming though. Whether this is male or female, like that's what I'm getting. Let's find out. 43. 7s could definitely be significant. Oh. So it's with witch, keywords are wisdom and alchemy, and I said alchemize, you know, any like a negative to a positive. So hello, beloved witch. You are the center of this card. Your strength, your wisdom. A witch taps into the healing powers of the earth and the wisdom of the powers that be, as well as the energy within us all. So when the witch appears, believe that you are wiser than you know, and the thousands of years of wisdom from the wise ancient ones are available to you now. If you are finding your path to magic, this card is confirmation that you should continue to explore your craft. If you are an experienced witch, know that it's time to dig even deeper. Perhaps step up as a priestess and start your own coven. This message is even stronger if you have pulled the healer card, which we haven't, but even still, I think that's, we pulled Black Cat, and that's still dope. So let's look at Black Cat. So cats are mysterious. They're the symbol of empowerment and setting boundaries. When the Black Cat comes purring into your reading, you're being asked to find your independence. So grab some me time so that you can find your footing again. You may have been like, you know, engulfed in work or family or, you know, all the hustle and bustle of like getting school year started, and there's just been a lot of energy, especially coming out of Mercury retrograde. But remember, me time doesn't have to be dramatic when choosing to find it. Having a 20-minute coffee break at your local coffee shop can be just as rewarding as an all-day staycation. When it comes to me time, choose quality over quantity always. Black Cat asks you to learn the power of saying no. We all have to set boundaries and rules. We cannot expect others to know what is okay or not okay without some guidance. So you have to first set those boundaries and rules within yourself. So you cannot give what you do not have. So learn to say no. You, like I said, you may have been giving more of yourself, you know, especially as like projects and events and stuff start to ramp up. What you really want to focus on in the month of October is stabilizing yourself, potentially spending time with a child or someone younger, or someone that brings out that young type of energy for you, and just being at home. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, let's go into November, because that's already almost 9 minutes in. Jeez. What do we have in November for Gemini, please? All of these decks are pre-shuffled, but I always make sure to still pre-shuffle them on camera for you. Gemini. Just heard we know that. So underneath the deck we have the Four of Pentacles. This is talking about saving. It's not just about saving, but it's about spending wisely. So it's like the ebb and flow of knowing how money works, right? And, you know, it takes money to make money. That old saying goes. But it also, it's like if you hoard and hold on to it too hard, too tight, it can slip away just as easily, because you're not giving that money the energy to grow and to come back to you. So it's like, you know, be generous when it comes to donations and charity and things like that, knowing that, if you're giving with good intent, that good intent is coming back to you, times three, or times 10, depending on what you believe in, right? But also know when you have to, like if you're down to your last $100, you're not going to give, $50, to a local charity thinking that you're going to turn around and get $200 the next day. Like, that's not how it works. You have to be smart with what you give and also with what you save. So, Four of Pentacles, that's the energy of November. Just be prepared. You start preparing for what's coming up, which is December and holidays. There's a lot of gift giving around that time too. So, be aware. Top of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So, this is very passionate energy. The Knight of Wands is the Knight of Wands. Okay, he's an interesting character. So, if we're talking about money, career, business, and finance, the Knight of Wands is wonderful. He's lovely. He is somebody that can go out there and, ring up a sale, come back and put a star on the board, go back out there and get another new client. He's very lucky. He's very passionate about what he does. And he's just, everybody wants to be on his team. Everybody wants to be on his side. He's a warrior. He's a fighter. He's a hustler, right? Now, if we're talking about Knight of Wands as in relationships, if it's a platonic relationship, this is just somebody who's in and out. They're not your friend that you stay in super close touch with. They bounce around. They'll disappear for a couple weeks or months and come back and pick up as if, things never changed, right? But if this is like a romantic relationship, if you're cool with in and out type of energy, here for a good time, not for a long time, one night stand, friends with benefits type of energy, that's the Knight of Wands. Okay, and if you're cool with that, that's great. But if you're more into monogamous, trusted, singular relationships, this is not your energy. So whether this is you or the other person, and I feel like this is you, Gemini, this is the energy that you'll be in during the month of November. Now, if it's business, this is great energy, right? You're out there pounding pavement. But if it's, if it's people, you could be pounding other things. That's what she said. So, underneath the deck, Pentacles. Also, you could be out there dating a lot. Make sure that you're learning how to save, that you're saving. But I feel like, if this is business, this is onward and upward type of energy and saving and knowing how to spend. So that's actually a lot more structured energy if we're looking at it that way, in my opinion. Yeah, there's going to be communication. There could be victory in communication, some kind of endeavor. What else for November? Gemini, November. Just saw the word yes. If you're asking a question, the answer is yes. Underneath the deck, we have number 9. Nines could be significant. We're going to see what that means in just a second. And then we have number 26. So the 26th of November could be significant, or the 9th of November could be significant. See a lot of blues and greens, so that's the heart and the throat chakra. Okay, so you're going to be putting in a lot of work. So to clarify the Knight of Wands, I do see work. I do see that being work related for a lot of you. I mean, you could still be that Knight of Wands energy, romantic, but I think for most of you, it's for work. So underneath the deck, we have the number 9, and that is the Tlaloc. It's Aztec. I can't pronounce it. But in Aztec mythology, Tlaloc is considered the god of rain and fertility. Benevolent and indulgent towards the prayers and sacrifices that are offered to him, he was still worshipped with fear because although he watered fields and gave prolificacy on one hand, he could cause floods and droughts and summon lightning with the other. So advice of the dead, pay attention and weigh the forces you wish to put into play because they are like water. It can irrigate, but but excess, it can cause floods, and in absence, it can cause drought. So it's just like balance, talking about balance, making sure that you are staying balanced during the month of November. And I was saying that, like, we're talking about pentacles, the ebb and flow of saving and spending, like, make sure it's all balanced. And then we've got number 26, and this quite literally means work. So this card represents the practical act after the spark lit by the previous card, which is birth. With awareness, we descend a second staircase to bring our act into the universe. Through constant work on ourselves, we build our future step by step, brick by brick, and we sow seeds for harvest and for following staircases to ascend. So it's just like, you know, transcension or ascension. Proceed courageously. The advice from the dead is proceed courageously without hesitation, working with constancy on the basis of your work. So just stay consistent. During the month of November, it's saying stay consistent with work. I'm seeing that very strongly because it's all about pentacles. Pentacles and passion, right? And who's not passionate about pentacles? Right, Gemini? What else do we have for December? Already at 16 minutes. If any of this resonates, brings you answers, clarity, or insight, make sure that you smash that subscribe button, like, share. Especially if any of this sounds like someone you know with similar signs or placements. Underneath the deck, Gemini, we've got the Knight of Cups. So somebody is going to be expressing their love, extending an offer, something emotional. Express your creativity with compassionate emotion. So it's like being open to communication, growth groups, and community. You know, and December is a time, it's the holidays, a lot of people get together for, you know, parties and events and things like that. A lot of good acts of kindness and, you know, different charitable events. So this is a feeling of romance, being sensitive, indolent, graceful, poetic, vain, moody, and idealistic, okay? So I feel like you also could be dealing with Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or have that somewhere strong in your chart. I feel like this is you making an offer or a gesture. Oh, interesting. Then we have Page of Cups. Don't let your emotions get in the way. So whatever this offer is, you also have to stay grounded, stay out of your emotions. I'm not saying stay completely out. I'm just saying, like, balance your emotions, right? With whatever it is. Because this is a card, the Page of Cups. This could be a younger water sign that you're dealing with. It's a card of sweetness, gentleness, being reflective, self-exploration, intuition, kindness, and sensitivity. Somebody could be coming in to try to sweeten you up, though, so be wary of that. And it's talking about balancing priorities when making choices. It's a card of duality. So somebody could be trying to sweeten you up. But also, again, we've got good tidings and cheer during the whole month of December, right? So I feel like that's what this is going to be. You're going to be getting love from all different aspects. So I see nothing but cups. So it's like very emotional. Then I have the cards 2, 3 right next to each other. The 23rd could be significant. If you have like a young child, especially if they're Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, like they could be showing their affection towards you. And then you in turn could be showing your affection towards them or to others. That Knight of Cups energy. Underneath the deck, we have Wise Men, number 42. Somebody could be 42 years old. If it wasn't for the familiar songs that echo through my spine, I would have lost what is lost and never found my purpose. So you could be coming into connection with a wise man or wise men in your world. You could be getting advice. You could be giving advice. You could be a wise man in your field or in your family. Somebody could be 42 years old. 4 + 2 = 6. 6s are all about victory and success. There could be something that you're seeking like advice on, and it'll be successful. Having to do with a star. I'm not talking, I mean, it quite literally could be like the star on top of a Christmas tree or whatnot, but like somebody who's like a star in your eyes. So number 36, somebody could be 36 years old. We've got follow the stars for they know best. Not too light, not too dark, a shimmer of what is coming next. It's like you look at somebody. You could be looking at somebody and they're like a star in your eyes. You can see the future with them, right? Or they shine. Whether this is your child or a child, or this is the way you look at another person. You're like a star in your eyes. We're already at 20 minutes, but I'm going to look at this real quick. Okay, so keywords for wise men is power and conviction. Wise men may come to a reading to represent a person in your life who has considerable power and authority. This person may be a lawyer, mentor, financial advisor, or a teacher who has the experience needed to guide you on your path. If you do not have someone in your life who fits this description, you are being guided to find someone to call on for advice. Having a wise sage in your corner is always a good idea. All right, and then we've got star, number 36. So keywords, inner knowing, direction, and North Star. So it's like using your intuition, right? You've pulled the star in this reading to remind you to trust your inner knowing. Your soul knows. It knows what you need and it knows what to avoid. It knows when something doesn't feel right and when you're on the right path. Believe in your ability to understand what is right even when you're unsure of your destination. You already know what you need at this moment. Keep following your inner North Star and you will find your way to your purpose. So that's beautiful, Gemini. That's where I'm going to leave you at for our quarterly reading for the months of October, November, and December. As you know, it's Together We Grow. I always enjoy doing these readings for you. I took off the entire month of August, but I'm getting back out and into them regularly again. So make sure you check out all the other readings on the channel. Give this one a like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace, Gemini.